Hello there. Namaste. So I just finished episode 5, and I gotta say, I didn't realize how much of a comedy this show actually is. So I've been so focused on, the aspect of the psychotic female who's basically wanting everything and taking out everyone else out around her. I've been so focused on Umesh, who basically was tortured to become Prabhu. I've been so focused on the crimes. I've been so focused on the young officer who lost his life in the line of duty, the elderly officer, because that's what they were focusing on. They were focusing on a lot of that. But this episode really does show, if you step back and look at it like a dysfunctional family, it's absolutely hilarious. It is messed up. And it's really the actor who's playing Prabhu, Umesh, that sells it completely. Like, there's this line where he's talking with his son, and I absolutely, well, I say son, and I found it hilarious because he's talking with his son, and his son is basically yelling about how he doesn't know what she wants. Does she love me? Does she love me not? She's making no sense, and he's basically talking with him. It's just like, son, that's what love is. If you have no clue what's going on, that's what love is. Because we guys are very simple. We like things spelled out for us. If you're dropping hints, well, if there's no explanation to what the hint is, if you're giving us a look, what the heck does that look mean? We don't know. It doesn't say. But I absolutely found that fascinating because it's hilarious, the little things he would do. And then his son brings it back to darkness real quick, and then he basically sees the woman he loves through the window, and immediately he turns a new leaf and is like, I'm sorry for everything that happened, because at the end of the last episode, his wife witnessed a woman kissing him, and again, she was kissing him, but then again, he didn't fight back, which is the big thing. That's what you have to do as the man. You have to push back. But yeah, it was just like he was apologizing for everything he had done because he loves her, the psychotic woman. He loves the psychotic woman. And it's insane because all this stuff is going on because Prabhu, once again, he decides to obey his wife and go off and do what wife Umesh Prabhu goes off to do what she commanded him to do, because she basically says, okay, you need to confess all your sins, that you were robbing this guy, robbing your brother, and you got to admit everything, and then he'll pay us the 5 crores in order to give 2 to our niece, let her go off to college, and then we can keep the 3 to take care of our company and make sure everything's on the up and up, let everything streamline and settle. But he was just like, he goes off, and while he's away, Lucas shows up, like the niece's, what she calls him, uncle, and comes to basically take her away. And they knock him out. And what made it absolutely hilarious, the moment I realized it was the true comedy, was when Umesh Prabhu returned and basically stumbled upon both the women in the shed with tying Lucas up to like the bars or whatever. He was tying them up there, and I found that absolutely hilarious because he's basically, oh my gosh, these freaking women will be the death of me, or something along those lines. And I thought it was hilarious because the way he acted, he walked in like all proud of, it was like, it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work, and then he sees that, he's just like, oh my gosh, and then just turns around and limps away. I thought that was hilarious as he was just complaining about the women in his life because he has nothing. But I found that absolutely fascinating because you do get hints at what's still going on. Because remember, the net is closing around these people. But at the same time, the people don't know about it. So they're living their lives, dealing with everything else, trying to continue doing more crime, more blackmailing, do all that stuff. And I find that absolutely interesting because they show like they're realizing that they have to go back to the beginning. Who was the first person they were pursuing? They were pursuing the female, not Umesh. I mean, it's sad because you think about it. Umesh is nothing but a bystander in all this. Sure, he has done his wrongs. He has done adultery. He has done, what is it called? Gambling. He's in debt by a lot. But now his strings are being pulled by a psychopathic woman who's basically manipulating every situation. And the way this episode ends kind of makes me feel like it's going to go away from this lighthearted, and it's not lighthearted, but the dark comedy tone. It's going to go back into more of the darkness aspect. And that, because with how it ended, it makes sense. I'm kind of hoping that it was a misfire, or maybe the young guy in the back was the one that, I'm kind of hoping that's the case. But it's nuts because there's so many things going on that are just, it's a completely dysfunctional family. Absolutely dysfunctional. But it's insane watching it and going like, because Umesh Prabhu and his wife, their son likes their niece, but then again, she's not a niece because Prabhu Umesh's brother isn't his brother. It's and then again, the real family member is the real parent to the niece is someone different. It's very weird. The family tree, it's like as they're explaining everything, it's like these lines keep popping up, like, you know, in the criminal documentaries where you find out that this person was taken out by this woman, or this person was taken out by this guy, and then these two people ended up getting together, and my head's all playing. That is just like, okay, I could see this as a documentary. This is how it's playing out. Of course, the families are all wackadoo, and I absolutely enjoy it. It's absolutely hilarious, because it's like, oh, we watched this criminal documentary about this psychotic woman. Look at the family dynamic. You know what? Let's take that and decide to do something with the whole family thing, because if you look at it, most psychopathic serial killing families tend to have a weird family dynamic, but then again, every family dynamic is weird. But still, I'm enjoying this show. And if you're watching these reviews without seeing the show, what's wrong with you? This show absolutely deserves the watch. It is dark, it is comedic, it is getting to every point. Like, heck, what did I say when the officer died? I was complaining about how him falling. I was complaining about that because I didn't know if he would die or not completely. But the fact that he did, the next episode, it hurt because it was like, this is a police officer. This is an officer who went down in the line of duty. That's always gut-wrenching. But this show really does know how to get you to look at the right things at the right time. And then the next episode, it's like, oh, why were you thinking that? Look at what's going on. And it's just, I absolutely love it. Again, the cinematography is beautiful. The acting is absolutely phenomenal. It is absolutely hilarious, especially this episode. It really did sell it for me. The Prabhu Umesh mix is just perfect because every time you see Prabhu, he went to go speak to his brother, and then his brother basically was on the phone with the women, and he's like, yeah, he's just trying to find better ways to kill me because his brother's trying to hunt down Umesh, which he is Umesh. And it's just like, he's trying to find better ways to kill me. But other than that, everything is okay. Oh, this show's so good. Thank you all for watching. I need to continue it. Doodles.